Worldcoin is on an absolute tear. This coin is up 140% over the last 2.5 days, and not only that, our Fibonacci target played out perfectly. But is it too late to make gains with Worldcoin, and how can you profit by following smart money as they roll their profit into other AI plays? Now, before we talk about the profit rolling strategy, let's just talk about this recent price action. This is just using the Fibonacci from the recent high that we had in May of 2025 all the way to the local low. So this is the swing high to the swing low, and this hit the 1618, mind you, on the 4-hour candle perfectly, and we retrace most of the way back down to the 1.0. Now, what's remarkable about this fib is this is playing out exactly how we saw it play out at this range right here. So we're also going to look at this local high as we finally broke a downtrend around right here. This is in March. And then if we look, we can go from this local high to the swing low, and we have a very, very similar structure. We went all the way up to the 1618. That's exactly what we saw right here. And if you're wondering what is the next move, can it go to that next level? We click this, that's going to be the 2618. Well, if you look at the last time we were in this environment, we did go to the 1618, took a little bit of a while. We failed to break through one time, but then it did go to the 2618. So just a potential target I wanted to put on your radar for Worldcoin would be this level, and that's going to be around $3.05. And if you're wondering why the price action is just so wild lately, 8Co Holdings just announced a $250 million private placement deal with an additional $20 million investment for a Worldcoin treasury. So this is following the other digital asset treasuries. Now we're seeing a Worldcoin announcement, and this price exploded. And now Worldcoin has the highest market cap out of all AI coins. So if you look at the market cap for Worldcoin, it is now $3.6 billion. If you go to CoinGecko and you look at the top AI coins by market cap, number one is $3.3 billion. But you might be wondering, why is Worldcoin not under the AI category? Is Worldcoin an AI coin? Well, the answer is a little bit complicated, but to me it's a clear yes. Worldcoin themselves will say they are not an AI-based company, but they're a crypto project with a mission tied directly to the rise of AI. Now, the company was co-founded by the top AI company, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman. And the reason for this project is to create a system to differentiate humans from AI. Basically, they're saying because of AI-powered deepfakes and bots, it's difficult to verify whether a user online is a real human or an AI. Now, what's funny, they use AI to determine if you are AI. They'll use a proprietary biometric imaging device called the Orb, where they scan your iris and they confirm if you're human or not. And the way that the Orb determines this, yeah, that's not scary. Well, they use neural networks, aka they use AI. So while you might not see Worldcoin on the AI category, this is definitely an AI project. And now that this token has exploded so much lately, people are gonna roll their profits into the lower market cap AI coins. These are the three I'm looking at. All right, the first one we're looking at is Near Protocol. So let's look at Near. Near Protocol, they have a market cap of $3.3 billion, and this token is way down from when it was trading at $20. Now, when you look at the market cap, you'll see this was actually trading around 12 billion, around 10 billion very recently. Now the market cap is got a 3x just to go back to 10 billion. Now, one of the things I love about Near is retail. When they Google AI coins or just trying to find, surface level coins, Near is going to be one of those tokens. Now, let's do a little TA here on the weekly RSI. We're going to stretch this out. I want to show you something. Last time we had a nice run, it was after we started printing higher RSI, the relative strength index on Near was getting, very bullish, or at least bullish relative to the price action. It's created a nice little bull div. Boom, Near would go on a huge run. That move right there was almost a 10x. And now when you look at the recent price action, you can see, the price actually made a lower low as the RSI went higher, and the RSI is now skyrocketing to the upside, raising the potential that we can come and retest this trend line. If we retest the trend line from this range, you're looking at roughly about 180% pump. So Near, to me, risk reward looks pretty good. I think, at worst, probably come and retest that trend line. So you got 180% pump to the upside, and you got an 18% pump to the downside. You're looking at a 10-to-1 risk reward ratio. Second token that I think people are going to be looking at is going to be Bittensor TAO. Now, we've covered TAO in the past. We did a video about 4 months ago. If you want to learn more about the tokenomics, you want to learn more about the origin story, or you want to see about Grayscale's Bittensor Trust, go watch that video. I'm gonna put a link down in the description. Let's talk about today though. Today, I think the price action is gonna replicate what it's been doing in the past. And what it does in the past is break out of a parallel channel and then go to the top of this range, or at least go on a nice little bull run. Now, it started all the way back in 2023. In December until about January, it was trading in this parallel range, and then boom, it shot up all the way to the top here. This is gonna be around $750. It would then repeat the move. It would get stuck in a parallel range. Here, you know, retested there, retested here, and then boom, it would go on a nice little run. Keeps doing the same thing, stuck in a range, and then it turns bullish, although this one failed to reach the top end. And then you can see it play out again, and then you can see it play out right now. So right now, as we speak, at least on the daily candle, you know, might come down and retest this. Eventually, I think this is going to break out, turn bullish, hit the top of this range. Potentially, the Worldcoin pump could be that fuel that TAO needed to get dragged all the way back up to the top of that range, which is going to be around 750 bucks. All right, and the third and final token is going to be Virtual's Protocol, with a shout out to Render. Shout out to the Render community. Let me know if you hold Render down in the comment section. I'll do a video on Render if the Render community shows up. Let's talk about Virtuals. Virtuals way down. This is an AI agent play. Now we're kind of going a little bit into the weeds in the AI ecosystem. This is going to be the top of the AI agents, and I'll tell you why in a second. The price action, though, is well down from its top, however. Now, one of the things I did is I went to DeFi Llama, and you can look at AI agent protocols. There's not many, and after you do that, you can sort it by fees or revenue, and when you sort it by revenue, really Virtuals is just leagues above everybody else. There's no one else even coming close. Not that they pulled in, you know, some game-changing amount of money. They're not the next Amazon, but to me, just being 15x above your closest competitor, in my opinion, puts you in a pretty good spot. Now let's go to the charts here. Charts looking great. This is definitely a falling wedge, which does break out to the upside the majority of the time, roughly about 68%. And we could do a little TA here. We would measure from the high to the low, make sure we're not on a log chart, make sure it's regular, and we're on regular. And this gives us right there at the swing high, which to me seems pretty likely, folks. That's going to be a $2.58 Virtuals. So that's the 3 AI coins that I got my eye on. Let me know down below if you hold Render. We'll do a Render video. And I'm DZ, and I'll see you in your robot coins at the top.